The reason your defense feels clueless right now in Madden 26 is because you haven't built a complete defensive system that's capable of locking down every offense you face. Calling random plays or piecing together random formations isn't going to work, but luckily for you, in this video, I'm breaking down the complete guide in my new Cowboys defensive ebook. First, I'll hop in practice mode and break down all the setups so you know what to do, and then I'll even hop in a game and prove that the scheme actually works. You're not going to miss out on anything I'm breaking down today, so let's jump right into it. The first thing that any great defense needs is a glitch blitz. So let me show you the best one here that I just found here from the Cowboys playbook. Alright, so we're first going to come into mid blitz here from nickel double mug, okay? And so really what makes this so dangerous is we're not running a bot version. We're actually going to get pressure on the quarterback in a hurry. So we're going to take this linebacker right here over shown. We're going to press RB, right click up to pass commit, and then we're going to drop this defensive end right here to a curl flat by pressing D-pad left twice, clicking his icon, which is B or circle, and then putting him in a curl flat like this. Now, what's very important is where you're standing with your user, right? So you want to make sure that you're standing in a good spot to be able to D-pad switch stick onto this defensive end, and then when you D-pad switch stick off of him, you're going to create the 4-on-3 advantage because your user is going to run into the center. So we're going to take the snap right here, D-pad switch stick, and that's exactly what you're going to see, where we're able to get that guy to come in free off the edge, sack the quarterback, and then the best part really is I'm back over here on the sideline to actually be able to defend like this running back. See how this running back is manned up from across the field? So this would have been an easy completion, but because I'm able to quickly jump out here, take this away, they're going to have nowhere to go with the ball, and then you're able to see Shooter Sanders, the quarterback, is now on the ground. So again, pass commit, right? Drop the D into a curl flat. Sometimes you can put him in a vert hook if you're more scared about getting beat like up the seam and you would rather be there first than out on the sideline. But for the most part, just put him in a curl flat will do. And then you're, like I said, going to pass commit your defense. But as soon as you see the ball snap, you need to press your D-pad to the right. If you wait even a second, 2 seconds, all the offensive linemen are going to be set up, and then it's not going to matter that you D-pad switch stick. So again, here, I'm snapping the ball for the offense, so I know when to press D-pad, but it's like in a game, you're just trying to watch that ball and really recognize when you actually need to press D-pad right. So again, boom, take it, press D-pad right, and now you're able to see how we get that flying instant pressure off of that side, especially if you're able to catch them off guard by, them sending their running back out, which happens all the time, right? As long as you're standing in the right spot, like I said, center gets ran into by our user, and then we're able to create this, 4-on-3 advantage. 4 guys, 3 offensive linemen, edge guy walks in completely untouched, and we're able to sack the quarterback while being back into coverage. So that's really going to work for you when they send 5 out. Now, when they block their running back, it changes a little bit because he adds another, player to the pass protection. So really what's going to happen now is he's going to make it 4-on-4. But what also happens is now I can drop my safety into a zone. So I would recommend you put him in like a hook curl or some sort of zone over the middle so that now what you can do is press D-pad up instead of D-pad right and then be able to switch in that way. So again, we're going to stand right here and now we're going to press D-pad up. You see how that running back steps up to block that edge guy, but we're still able to get that instant pressure through the middle or on the edge while this time being over the middle of the field with my user. So again, boom, right here, standing in the same spot, I do the same mechanic, but now I'm pressing D-pad up to get onto, this guy right here, this safety, and now I could take away their backside dig, I could take away this zig route, and then he's still out here to like guard this out route to Njoku right there. He does a great job of taking it away. And so, yeah, they are able to block their running back, but you just notice how he gets overpowered at the point of attack. And so we're still able to get that really quick pressure. So really with this blitz, very simple, but it's really important that you master the little details of standing in the right spot. If you stand right here, the guard will block you instead of the center. And you really need the center to block you to be able to create that overload advantage while you're dropping this man out, putting this man into a hook curl, and now you're going to be able to get that really just easy flying pressure right here, through the middle and just sack the quarterback. So mid blitz here, really great defense. Don't run the bot version that everyone can beat. Run it this way where you're overloading and dropping that man into a zone and then really sacking the quarterback immediately. Alright, having a great glitch blitz is going to be fantastic for you, but if you don't have the best defensive settings mastered, your players could be out of position really on any single play. So let me show you the best settings you need to be using right now. Alright, so first we're going to pause the game, come into options. This is a setting that not enough players know about, and then we're going to come into settings, come into game options, and we're going to scroll down until we find gameplay helpers and defensive heat seeker assist. All right, this says user controlled defenders are steered towards the ball carrier when attempting to run or dive tackle them. Basically, that just means that when you're going for a dive tackle, the game's going to assist you so that when you dive, you're not missing all like away from him. You're basically getting like a suction tackle kind of into his legs, and you're going to bring him down. So you want to also make sure that your window is at 100% or higher. If you have it set higher right now, then and you're able to make tackles, that's going to be perfectly fine. But really the best example here that we can kind of go through is going to be just tackling guys right in the open field. So we'll just go ahead and put Clowney out here into a zone, and then we will go ahead and call like 4 verticals. And so basically you're just going to try to tackle this running back, right? You want to be able to get steered towards him when you're trying to dive tackle him. Also, if you come into like 3-3 Cub and you try to set up like automatic run defense, which this is something that we'll talk about again later in the video, but it's like anytime you're trying to like tackle guys just like this, well, now you really want to make sure that you're getting steered towards them, and so that you can really dive tackle and really make sure that you're able to cut out his legs, right? I really like this, version of the automatic run defense from Cub. Like I said, I'll also show you one from Double Mug later in the video, but you see I come in free, and I really want to make sure that I'm able to dive tackle there with Overshown. Not really sure what he's doing right there. He kind of just whiffed. But as long as you have the competent player there, now you're going to be able to see how that guy comes in free, and we're able to better bring that ball carrier down in the backfield just like that. So really having Heat Seeker Assist on is going to help you out a lot. But also another great setting that you need to make sure that you're using is if you come into your zone drops, putting your curl flats on 5. You can leave your flats on default, hooks on default, but you really want to make sure that you're able to stop underneath passes, because too many of you guys are just letting people check the ball down on you all game. But when you simply have 5-yard flats turned on, 5-yard purples, curl flats, now you're going to notice how you're right there to make that tackle or intercept that pass sometimes, because you have your guy dropping back to 5 yards. By default, a purple zone, a curl flat is going to backpedal, right, to like defend over the top. But really, when you do a great job of just putting your curl flats on 5 yards, you're just going to notice how he's going to be right there to knock that pass away just like that, really on both sides. So if they go with a mesh concept, you're really going to notice how it's the same thing. We look at our player, we have our 2 curl flats out there. They go with a mesh concept, and you're just going to notice how our guys are doing a great job of just playing underneath on both sides. They're going to have nowhere to go with the ball, and then you're just going to be able to sack the quarterback. So really making sure that you have Heat Seeker Assist turned on in your gameplay settings, right? That's something that you only have to set one time, and it's going to be good for the rest of the year. But as far as coaching adjustments, zone drops, you need to set those every game. But you notice how this is my purple zone. He's here to defend the drag on this side. And then you're able to see how this is my other purple zone, and he's here to defend the drag on the other side. So bottom line here, the best defensive settings you need to make sure you're using, just a couple of them here, having Heat Seeker on to make your tackling better, not just on run plays, but on passes too. And then also making sure that you have 5-yard curl flats on so that you can actually defend the underneath pass. All right, so if you found those first 2 plays and tips helpful here from the Cowboys defensive playbook, make sure you go down below, hit that subscribe button. I break down Madden 26 tips and tricks just like this every single day, and I'm still doing it even throughout the summer to help you guys get better for 27. So I'm really the best channel to watch and take information from. I highly recommend you hit that subscribe button. It's totally free. But if you want my full Cowboys defensive ebook, which this video is just a piece of the puzzle, go to the link down below in the pinned comments. Join Madden University, where you can grab it today by using code YouTube to get 20% off. It includes the defensive ebook and all by Meta updated tips in written form to save on your phone during gameplay, so you never lose access to them and you never have to go surfing through a video to find anything I'm breaking down. So I highly recommend you check it out. It's going to transform your defense. And let's jump right back into the video, because I understand that too many of you guys don't actually want to make adjustments on defense. You just want to run something simple and be able to lock down. Let me show you the simplest defensive shell here from the Cowboys playbook that's really effective. All right, so that play for us here is going to be cover 3 cloud. Again, make sure you have your curl flats on 5 yards, and this is going to be from 3-3 load mode. I'm going to have them in a random pass play right here, because this is going to be a great pass defense for you. Now, what I want you to understand is that you cannot play really good defense against good players without making adjustments and without switch sticking. You either have to do both or one or the other, right? And so here in this case, we're not making any adjustments. So that means that we have to be really reliant on our switch stick to be able to cover our butt, basically, when they call a good route concept to actually attack our coverage. So what I'm going to do is just have them snap the ball, and I'm kind of just reading their route concept, and I'm ready to switch onto whatever they have. This was actually a pretty good play by them, so I actually had to switch stick multiple times to be able to cover the holes that are going to be present in my zone coverage. But it's like, now, when you recognize and know what play's coming for them, it makes switch sticking a whole lot easier, but it's like you're really taking the maximum control of your coverage when you're actually switch sticking onto these routes. You're able to see how this is just not a good play by them, and so we're able to do a really great job of just guarding everything. So every single play, you don't actually have to switch stick. It's only on most plays. Like, they call a horrible route concept horrible play. Sometimes you could just have a good user defender and take everything away, but it's like, for the most part, right, against most plays, just realistically, you're gonna have to switch stick. And so you're able to see how right there, I just recognize that that's just basically kind of two curls and two flats, a curl flat concept on both sides. So you're just going to be able to easily take that away. They have really short routes right here, so we kind of just have to sit on everything and do a great job at taking those routes away. So every single play, every single route concept that they call is going to be really unique. And so you just kind of have to be ready to recognize the route concept. You almost want to think about it like, as soon as they break, you want to be reading their play art. What was their play out before the snap, so that you can draw it, basically, and then be able to just, switch stick everywhere that you need to be, because you know what your defense is going to be weak against, or at least you should know. And it's like, you really want to make sure you're taking away those quick initial reads, force them to go to stuff over the top. But you're just seeing it here, where it's like, I really have a solid foundation of where I need to be with my switch stick, and I'm doing a great job of taking everything away. So switch sticking really going to take practice for you on defense, but it certainly is something that you can get better with. Now, what I want to point out is that if you spy off the pass rush like this is going to be a great drill for you to utilize in practice mode, because now you're going to have to defend all of their routes. But eventually, since you have no pass rush, they're going to start route bouncing you. And so you have to be ready to defend all of these route bounces as well, not just, all of the routes that they end up calling on a play. So you're able to see how we're doing a great job of that, just following all these routes across the field, taking everything away. And so you basically want to make it to where at no point can they throw the ball anywhere on the field. And so really, that's going to be your best friend here on defense. But bottom line here, this is a very simple coverage shell. You have a cover 3 on one side towards the passing strength side, and then a cover 2 on the weak side. So you're not going to get bombed as often, just honestly, here with this. And so you just have something that's really safe. And so long as you're able to use these two hook curl defenders to switch stick based on where you need to be with your user, you're going to be able to do a really great job of just taking all these routes away and force them to take a lot more coverage sacks. So really start running cover 3 cloud, work on your switch stick. It's going to make it a whole lot easier for you to play defense. And this is something that you're really going to see me go to a lot here in our gameplay. Alright, before I jump to that final play and our gameplay here in Madden 26, I wanted to remind you to go down below, hit that subscribe button. I'm the only one still breaking down Madden 26 tips and tricks just like this every single day to help you guys get better here on YouTube. And I'm going to be doing it all throughout the summer to really make sure you guys are prepared gameplay-wise for Madden 27. So what are you thinking? Go down below, hit that subscribe button, and let's jump into that final play and our gameplay. Because the last thing here on defense that you need to make sure you master before we even jump into this gameplay is actually red zone defense, because it really is the most important. If you can't stop people from scoring touchdowns and instead getting them to kick field goals in the red zone, your defense simply isn't going to be good enough. Let me show you the best way to stop the most common red zone plays here from this Cowboys defense. Alright, so the first thing that we really need to talk about when we, get down here in the red zone is actually going to be stopping RPOs, because it's like no one really wants to pass the ball, and running the ball can be kind of inconsistent. So their first thing that a good offensive player is going to do in the red zone, they're going to resort to a lot of RPOs, especially on 1st and goal and stuff like that. So you have to be ready to stop them, and the truth is a lot of these RPOs are the same to stop, like pretty much all of them. All you really need to do, I would recommend you come into a cover 3 defense and like cover 3 buzz here from 3-3 Cub, and you are going to shade your covers down to put hard flats in the field. Now you're going to see how there's hard flats, and now what you're going to do is man up whoever you think is going to be getting the ball with like your safety or one of your linebackers. So you notice how I think that this slot receiver, who is most often the guy that's getting the ball in these RPOs, the slot guy, so I'm going to man him up, and I'm going to make sure I have my hard flat. But the last thing that you need to make sure you're doing is pressing RB and then right stick up to pass commit, so so that your defenders aren't looking into the backfield when they're trying to defend these RPOs. So what you're going to notice right here is now we're going to take the snap, try to throw this RPO, and you notice how we get an easy interception. And to be honest, like number 6 right there, the other safety was honestly there to make a play as well, maybe intercept that, too. So it's like we basically double team this guy. And why this is so important is because right here they're in a doubles formation. So they have 2 receivers on this side. But if they were in a trick formation, this receiver would be blocking, and then there would be another receiver like inside of him, like right here, which would mean this slot corner would get blocked by this receiver, and so we would still need another defender, which would be him. He would be flying down. So it's really just best practice, because against every formation, like this is going to work, where you actually put the hard flat and then you add the additional man cover defender like that. And now we passed mid, so now we're going to have really great pass defense. But another key with RPOs is you have to make sure that you're ready to stop the run with your user as well. Because if you take away the pass aspect but give up the run, it's not going to matter. So now we just make sure we're staying in the right spot. We're just going to loop through, and you just notice how we're able to cut out that bulk here in the backfield, really every single time. I would recommend you use the gap shoot technique to really make sure that you're doing a great job of actually stopping this, RPO run in the backfield. You just notice how I see that gap, run through it and bring him down. So bottom line, it could be this RPO here. It could be really any RPO in the game, but stopping them is really just about setting up the pass defense, right? Putting your hard flats, manning the guy up, and then pass committing your defense, but then also making sure that you're standing in the right spot to loop around and stop the run in the backfield. But that's not the only thing that's really important here in the red zone, because once you stop their RPOs, they're just going to resort back to regular run plays, right? So that's going to be the next thing, because they're not going to want to pass the ball, right? They shouldn't, because it's just easy to call RPOs or run the ball. So that's going to be their next thing. After the kind of run plays there, or the RPOs, they're going to resort to more run plays now. And so what we have to make sure that we're doing is setting up automatic run defense. So if I know they're running the ball, this is what I'm going to do. And this is why Heat Seeker was so important earlier in the video. Everything's going to connect back to each other here with your settings. But we're going to take this opposite A-gap rusher from the halfback. So here in this case, the halfback's on the right side, so I'm going to take the left A-gap rusher, Murray, move him over the center like this. What this does is it puts a flame icon over the head of this linebacker, number 0, overshown. And so when they hike the ball, he's just going to walk in the backfield free every single time against inside runs, like halfback base, inside zone, halfback draw, pretty much all of those runs. You're just going to be able to stop this guy in the backfield very, very easily. And you don't even have to do anything. You really don't even have to click on to make that tackle either. You can kind of just let the CPU do it. Now, I would recommend that you actually do click on, because he will whiff sometimes, because now I can just dive tackle him because I have Heat Seeker on, cut out his legs, and prevent him from getting like a tackle battle or being able to speed boost. You see how as soon as he touches the ball, he's already on the ground because I actually dive tackle him. So really, it's very important to set up this automatic run defense, not let them call RPOs, not let them run the ball. And I've never seen a defense this easy. All you have to do, take this guy, retarget the offensive line. You see how when I'm standing over here, the flame icons are over out there on the edge, but as soon as I move over, now it's on this guy, click on, dive tackle, bring him down to the backfield just like this. So really, red zone defense is about stopping RPOs and stopping the run, and I just gave you the best way to do both of those, which you're going to definitely see me do here in this gameplay. All right, jumping here into the gameplay, we're going to be on defense first. He's got the Eagles. We've got, obviously, the Cowboys here. And so, really, he's going to be in bunch nasty. And so, I'm going to be ready to switch to him. Great defense. He was probably throwing me a pick right there, excuse me. But that's just where it's like switch stick super important, because I didn't really expect that. I mean, I normally just start out in this cover 3 cloud shell, force them to show me something. Here, we're going to put a hard flat on that running back side. He's going to call play action. This honestly isn't a bad play, but no, I sent my spy. I just get too trigger happy doing that, though, honestly. Like when the quarterback rolls out, just sending that spot for no reason, because he had nowhere to go. I think there was a guy chasing him too, so kind of just bad defense there by me, kind of a bad mistake. He's probably passing again, though, out of this, which I feel like you should run. Oh, fake audibles are crazy, but good run defense there. It's tough. I mean, I would like to set up the automatic run defense, but it's a little bit different when they're under center. So that's just something to keep in mind here. I wish he would go to a real formation so I could run double mug. Yeah, this is a good example of when I'm going to run double mug here. I'm going to probably just set up the automatic run defense. Probably just route commit a couple of these guys inside. Probably just run man coverage. He's passing, though. I tried route committing him. That was just bad defense. That was a weird formation. So, good play by him. I probably shouldn't have been in mid-blitz, but he's calling a bunch of, like, random nonsense plays, so it's just going to be for us, like, settling into the game, I guess, on defense. But he's just calling a bunch of single back formations, so it's got to be ready to stop the run, though. I'll probably stand right here. I wouldn't be surprised if he goes stretch. That's a good run. I probably just got to get in something heavier. I got to get in Cub. He's going to go no huddle. Probably the smart thing to do. I'm going to get in 4 down linemen, though. Pinch my D-line. Shade underneath. Man up, A.J. Brown. Is he? These are fake audibles again. He's probably running. He's passing. Wow. I guess I got to contain Jalen Hurts. I guess my D-line is just tragic. Good drive by him. All right, we're going to be in my Jaguars offense here that I have on my website. Very simple, though. We're just going to get our drag underneath. Ooh, see, get out of there, buddy. Come on. I mean, just motion cross pose, get on a hash. We'll just go to it. I mean, if it ain't broke, don't fix it, obviously, right? So we're just going to go to it again. I think he's kind of going to struggle to defend this play, just being honest. It just seems like he doesn't really know what he's doing if he's not... What are you doing? Bro, he just ran... Okay, get that dude out of that spot. Put George Pickens. But no, just put Turpin in. Like, that was just horrible. I've never seen that route get run that poorly. So, yeah, that guy's definitely not playing anymore. But we're just going to go to smash return here. Step him in the pocket. Probably just look to my drag underneath. No, we're just going to have... Oh, my... Bro, Dak, who are you throwing to, dog? He's wide open in the middle of the defense. Can we please complete a pass? It's just, what am I watching, bro? Like, I have guys open every play. I'm going spacing switch right here, bro. Going spacing switch, block the tight end, have our running back open. Can you get that first? That's fine. 4th and short here. Probably just go right back to motion cross post. Or I could go RPO. I could go with an RPO. If he gives me the look out here to the edge, yeah, he is. He's giving me a really good look. Ooh, no, he's not. He's not. I'm going to reset the play, though. He's giving me a man look. I'm going to trust CeeDee Lamb here to beat his man one-on-one out here on the edge. He does. Beautiful. And first down, just like that. I mean, that's really what makes that RPO so good. When they give you that obvious man tell just like that, you can just have a one-on-one isolated out there on the sideline. I mean, definitely took some trust to even know that he was going to get open. Man coverage tell, looking for the running back. Oh, he's in zone. Wow. What type of nonsense defense is he in, bro, where he has a guy following a receiver in zone? Okay, well, credit to him, I guess. Well, if that's the case, I'm just going to use that against him here. Where we're going to bring our guy in motion. He shouldn't have a deep zone, so I really should just be able to throw CeeDee Lamb on a slot fade. I mean, Dak, buddy. Yo, Dak, who are we throwing to? All right. I mean, bro, it's just so bad. Like, what am I actually watching here? He's running mid-blitz. I'm just going to call. I doubt he'll actually run it again. Yeah, he's going to just run zone here. I mean, we have a long way to go. We're having our tight end open. There we go. He ran man again. He got cooked on that corner out, though. Good job here. 1st and goal. We're going to go right back to spacing switch, but we're not actually... I think he's going to run man, though, so that's going to be the tough part. Snap. Take off, Dak. Ooh. Dak, show some fight, man. Come on. Who needs Jalen Hurts when you got Dak at quarterback, man? Come on. Good drive. We need to get a stop here, though. That was actually pretty good defense by him. Way to break some tackles, Dak. All right, he's going to go trips tight end right here. I'm going to set up the blitz here for the first time this game. Pass commit, route commit outside of the tight end. Route commit. Oh, he's going to run. Oh, my gosh, bro. He ran on that look? That's crazy. Like, could have just set up the automatic run defense, but it would have been the other guy that I had to move. I thought he was passing, but I guess I now know that I just have to be ready to stop the run every single play with this guy. Good run, though. He's going to go to Bunch X Nasty here. We're going to set up the automatic run defense here this time. He's going to go right back to my play, but we have it bagged. Come on. I mean, I knew it was coming. I did it on him. Good stop. I mean, those 2-point conversion stops could prove to be really important for us. That was good defense, but just got to get 7. All right, here we go. 1st and 10 again. Motion cross post. He's going to jump out there. We have our drag open CD Lamb, way to bring it in. I always hate passing the ball from the middle of the field, so it's always nice to be able to get into a hash. We're going to actually go stem down post route right here, though. Block the tight end. Boom. Oh, it's a terrible... Oh, my gosh. I have the craziest freeform ever. I forgot that curl flats play so deep in this game on default. Like, that's how I just know someone's a bot, is they actually just have, like, default curl flats on the field, which actually are really baby, but it's just, like, you're not taking away the flat. I'm actually going to go back to the same play, just because I feel like his pass rush is really good. And I like blocking my tight end here. I really just like this setup. Boom, snap, running back. Yeah, speed boost. What? How did he actually make that tackle? He wasn't even in a position. Like, bro, yo, the physics in this game, bro, they give me every time. Like, that makes no sense. If he's gonna keep going, oh, he's gonna go zone. No, I have it though. I'm just gonna hit it. Juke. Woo! Show off the stick, BLT. Come on, get 7 here. Let's see. What do we want to go to? We're going to go to duo. This is a great run to be able to speed boost instantly, but my running back's actually tired. So I really hope he doesn't fumble here. Yeah, he can't even move, bro. He can't even move. So I'm going to get him out the game, but we are in the Jaguars playbook. So and this guy really loves running man coverage. So I'm going to sub out my running back here. I'm going to get blue in the game, and we're going to go to QB power with Dak. Or QB zone, sorry. Just because if he gives me the man coverage look, which he's not, he's going to just give me... I'm actually just going to go inside zone then, because it's just really bad run defense. You're so soft, Blue. You're actually so soft. We're just going to go... I'm going to put a RPO here, my audibles. I'm going to go back to the same run. I'm going to get the other back in here. Wait, what? Oh, okay, I got him. I didn't know he was such a high overall, Williams. But... we're going to go to the same play after the 2-minute warning. All right, so the look that he's giving me here, if we can just double team Jalen Carter. Oh, no. I'm actually going to go RPO. I'm kind of scared. Yeah. You bet. How do you not score? I can't stand this game. They have these phantom 1-yard line stops. Like, it makes no sense how we can't hold our block and score there, bro. We're going right back to the same play. But this time we're just gonna handle it. Oh no, I'm gonna go to the edge. I'm putting my money on Dak here. Easy. Come on, man. Kick our extra point, go up 1. Please get a stop. It's our ball to have. We could double dip the chip if we could get a stop. All right, he's going to Bunch X Nasty. I have a feeling he's just gonna actually pass the ball here. So I'm gonna go right back to my defense. I really hope that we can actually defend it. No. Clowny? Dang it. That's what I can't stand about running man coverage from that. You basically have to touch your guy in order for him to stay. So I'm going to touch him here so he doesn't move. Now we should be good to go. But now he's not going to follow when he goes to this formation. I think we're good, though. Yeah, honestly. This guy loves running the ball, bro. Like, it's literally the end of a half. So it's like, these dudes. These dudes, bro, I can't stand it. I'm just going to go to Cub because I feel like I can sit in Cub versus everything he's going to do. So that's what we're going to do here. We're going to go to Cub. We're going to run match coverage. Drop 8 into coverage here. Be ready to D-pad swish it if necessary. Go watch his running back out of the backfield. Yeah. Boom. Oh, that would have been a crazy lurk. Good defense there. We went to verticals. We went match. That's perfect coverage. I mean, I feel like this guy's the type to run the ball here. He's going to go bunch tight end. So we have to be ready to defend his RPO. Have to be ready to defend his RPO here. This is fine. He's so blind. He's so blind. He's so blind. He just missed the most wide open post route I've ever seen, bro. That was terrible defense. That's so bad. I can't even believe I gave that up either. Because I was trying to switch stick, but like I wanted to take away because I thought he would go to an RPO there on 3rd and 2, so I wanted to take it away, but he went with a post route on that slot receiver. But that's why I always say, y'all, like read progression, so important. Man tell. Yeah, buddy. How does it feel when you get hit with that? All right, I mean, you guys can see. I mean, this Jaguars offense, I mean, really, it always seems like when I do these videos, to be honest, these gameplays, it just feels like whichever side of the ball we're not even showcasing is the one that ends up carrying a little bit here. Like, the offense has really just been spectacular thus far. George Pickens, wide open post route. Come on, spin move. Ooh, let me spin the whole team. I probably should have ran out of bounds there, but I think we have plenty of time, and it's our ball at half, so come on. Pick up the tempo here. I mean, this Jaguars offense, I mean, we don't even run it. Like, I mean, we run motion crossbows, don't get me wrong, but I feel like I don't even run it in the same way that a lot of other people do, where we're actually using, like, different route concepts here. Snap the ball. I mean, I'm going to go to the same thing. His safety depth way too close. Yep, Dak. Woo, Dak on the run. Dak on the run. Come on. I told you, okay, we got plenty of time here. We're actually going to go with inside zone here on 1st and goal from the 2.
YouTube ass offense ain't gonna save you, nigga.
Nah, I'm not. I'm gonna go RPO. I'm gonna bring my guy in motion though. Mantel, CD Lamb, out route. Come on, get open, buddy. Oh, let me throw it. He just took a little bit too long to get out of his break until we had to hand the ball off. That's fine, honestly. We still have 2 timeouts, so gives us probably a little bit more room to pass the ball anyway. This is going to be my route concept here. Just snap. This game is terrible. I can't stand the randomness of this game. It's like, bro, I'm looking for that running back, and he just happens to chip. For the first time this game, he decides he wants to chip that guy. It's actually just ridiculous, bro. Like, just have some consistency. This should be a touchdown. Like, that's what would have happened on the last play if you didn't randomly chip a guy. Come on, you can't run man down to the goal line against spacing switch.
Same weak ass shit. Just throw the ball to the running back. Trash ass nigga.
This game. Defense did its job on the last drive with the pick. It's our ball at half. Just gotta, continue to step on this dude, man. All right, he's in bunch tight end. I'm pretty sure they actually have some pretty good bombs here in bunch tight end. So I'm just gonna QB contain, pass give my defense. Probably just be ready to switch stick. I don't know about when he motions though. Boom. Yeah, it's going to be, I thought so, a deep post. Something like that, where you can try to get open down the field. I mean, he's not going to score here, so I'll see you all in the second half. I mean, we just got to play good offense. All right, here we go. Second half, back to work on offense. Offense has been literally flawless. He's had no answer. He's going to go man. He's going to blitz. Turpin. He got bumped. Oh, my gosh. The random bumping that just takes place in this game for literally no reason is just so annoying to me. All right, we're going to go short post here, George Pickens. Probably look to our running back on a flat now this time. Short post is open. It's a good dot down the field. Ooh, let me get out of there, man. I mean, he can't cover George Pickens. Like, the Cowboys, I'm telling y'all, like, they got 2 wide receiver ones, bro. Like, if they could play any defense in real life, like, they would actually be one of the best teams in the league. We're going to flip, though. Boom. He's just running man every play against the Cowboys, bro. It makes no sense. Pickens. He didn't create enough separation there. I mean, like, it's just like, bro, if I really wanted to just call spacing switch every play, I really could. And so that's what I'm going to do right here. It's just like, it just makes no sense to run man coverage against Bunch X Nasty. Especially when they could just call spacing switch every play and pick up huge gains like that every single time. Like, it's just routine, bro. Come on. Come on, can I know how to good? Let me flip. Let me go spacing switch. Boom. I'm going to the same thing. I mean, I don't really care. We'll block the tight end, put him on a drag. He has to go zone at some point. He's going to man up. He thought his D lineman was... This dude Dak, bro. This dude Dak really wants to throw an absolute noodle ball when he has his D lineman manned up on him. We're going to go short post again right here to Turpin. Block the tight end. Just terrible. Just terrible. I mean, like, it just keeps happening. Whenever I block my tight end, I guess, like, for some reason, he just decides that he wants to, he just decides that he wants to just chip the running back, which is really the read on that play, is the running back here. But we're going to go Turpin, short post, tight end, block, boom. This is our route concept. All right. Nolan Smith can't guard that. Like, it's just not going to happen. 4th and 4. This should be a field goal situation. This should be a very obvious field goal attempt by me. I really don't feel like it, though, because I'm going to kick a field goal. I'm going to kick a field goal here. I'm not even going to. 2-possession game, too valuable. Let's get a stop on defense. All right, he's going to go empty quads here. I mean, he literally can't block this blitz, so we're just going to run it on him. D-pad switch. I don't know how in the world he actually just picked that up because he literally can't block 6 players, but okay. That's kind of unfortunate for us, I guess. But he went to bunch tight end. He loves going with duo. Duo is literally his favorite run play here from this. So we just kind of have to be ready to defend it. We're actually going to play zone coverage on this play. Clowney, D-pad switch stick, running back. Good D. Good D. Oh, why would you throw that? Come on. Come on. Mid-blitz giving him a little bit of trouble here. No surprise. He's really not that good on offense. We're going to actually throw something a little bit different at him here. One of the best blitzes. We didn't even talk about it in this video here from the Cowboys. What are you doing? Why are you so far outside, you moron? Come on. We have hard flats. He loves sending 5 out, so we might be able to get him here on this. I'm just going to be ready to get out to the right. He's going to go motion cross post. We have hard flats on the field. Boom. Be ready to switch. Boom. That's not open. Clowney, good play, buddy. Good job. Come on. Way to play that. That was kind of like, I mean, he just called it stock. I mean, he's just an idiot. Back to 4th down. I think I'm just going to run cover 3 cloud here and try to switch stick him. Because last time I went to mid-blitz, it just didn't come in at all. So we're not going to let that happen again. Just be ready to switch stick, walk the safeties down here. Try to just jump out here quickly to defend maybe a drag to maybe like 26. Come on. Pass commit, obviously. Come on. Snap the ball. All these hot routes, bro. That's what I can't stand. That's the one thing about moving your safeties too close to the line or putting your safety depth on close, which is why I don't do it anymore. Because that time I was just trying to switch onto my hook and it switched onto my safety, which threw off everything. He called a horrible play too for that situation. Oh my gosh, like he had 1 check down the field. He's gonna go for 2 again. I mean, we're just going to be ready to stop an RPO, set up automatic run defense, hard flat. Oh, he's going to go quarterback. Ooh, I'm there! Come on, that's that heat seeker, baby. That's a good play by him. I mean, actually, never. It's really not. He should have gone QB zone. He went QB power. I don't know if he has that in his playbook. If he would have went QB power, his pulling guard would have blocked me, or he wouldn't have been pulling, so he would have actually been able to block me. I think he would have scored if he went power, but he went... Or if he went zone, but he went power. That's just really bad by him. Now he's failed 2 2-point conversions, which is really just setting him back as far as his comeback attempt here. I'm really not liking his man coverage, to be totally honest with you. It's kind of... Oh, it's a touchdown. Come on. Finally, we get him with 1, bro. Pickens. Woo. Speed boost. Come on. What's the situation here? We're up 11. Oh, yeah, you just got to go up 12 here. Make it a 2-touchdown game. Come on. Get a stop, BLT. Stop letting this moron actually score points on you. All right, he's going to be in bunch tight end here. He's probably going to run the ball. Probably just duo. Let me be ready to stop the run. Hard flat on that side. Contain. I think last time he went to this, he tried to roll out because he was boxed. Yeah, he could be running here. Oh no, he's just gonna call a cheat hedge halfback seam. We know what play's coming. Like, come on, buddy. Oh, he's bagged. Oh, besides that, that's where that return route be doing wonders, bro. That return route be really nice in that situation. Empty quads here. I can't stand when dudes go empty. I really can't. He's boxed. He's boxed. He's boxed. Oh, that's mine. Come on. He's gonna playmaker someone. Oh, good D. Come on. I just keep letting him get into these like 3rd and short, 4th and shorts. I just need a sack on this dude, man. That's why I'm a gamble a little bit here. I'm gonna go double mug. We're gonna set up our blitz. Like, he shouldn't be able to block this blitz. He's an empty, bro. What are we doing? Just come in free off the edge. Snap the ball. Oh my gosh, bro. Like, all these hot routes. For what? Dang it. I got it to come in free, but it's just like, bro, empty. What can you even do? I'm a route commit inside on that guy next time, though. Like, he can't block this. If I can just defend on the solo side, AJ Brown, we're going to be good. Bro, all these hot routes for what? Like, we know what's coming, bro. We know all these guys are running in-breaking routes. Oh, wow. I route committed inside on him, though. How are you getting cooked? This is just why I can't stand empty, bro. Because it's like, you run zone, there's wide open holes in your defense. You run man, and you have just bummy corners on the outside defending AJ freaking Brown, bro. It's just like, what are we doing? All right, back to empty quads for him. I mean, we got to find a way to get a stop, bro. Like, I can't. But it's just like, it's so tough to defend these dudes in empty, bro. Because it's just like, you have to defend the seam. You have to defend the curl flat. You have to, like, you have to guard everything. We're going to put hard flats on the field here, though. Try to defend the underneath pass. Be ready to... This is what I'm talking about, where you have to switch stick. You have to be ready to switch stick all the time on these guys. Good defense. Good defense. Oh, Is that supposed to be open? I guess he had a shriek. Good play. If I'm him right here... I mean, he's had no chance to get 2-point conversions. I don't think he's going to get this one either, to be totally honest with you. Just because I trust my 2-point defense here. But we'll see. Boom. Or that. Backside guy. He's bad. Like, he just can't get 2-point conversions, bro. It's so bad. Like, wouldn't he have... He would have 28 points right now. This would be a 3-point game if he hadn't gone for 2-3 times and failed. Now he's down a whole touchdown. So, I mean, it's only going to take one more of those, and then he'll actually be down by a touchdown and an extra point. But here in this situation, what am I kind of looking to do? Oh, that's just really bad stick. Dang. All right. We have plenty of time here to milk the clock if I want to do that. I kind of do, because I feel like I can get into field goal range really easily on this guy, and all I would really need to do is milk the clock down and then kick a field goal to make it a 2-possession game, which is why if I was him right there, it's like you almost would have rather not gone for 2. Like, going for 2, I feel like right there for him did him no real benefit. If he got it, it would have been a 4-point game, which I guess would have made it a touchdown if I kicked a field goal. But it's still like, I just feel like it makes a lot more sense to not allow me to just walk you down and kick a field goal to take a 2-possession lead. But more power to him, man. If he can get a stop, I mean, that's a different story. Gonna go back to our regular offense. Ooh, is he going zone? I'm gonna go RPO here. I'm looking for my slant. All right, makes it 4th down, coming out of 2 minutes. I think this isn't a bad situation for us, honestly. I mean, obviously you wouldn't want to be on 4th down, and this is where it's like, it's these games, bro, where you're like, kind of, this is why I don't really like to clock people. Like, people ask me, do you like to clock? I really don't. All right, he's just going to give up a car route right here to George Pickens. Yeah. He tried to use her like an idiot. I knew he was going to do that too. Oh, come on. Let's see. Do you call it? Oh, he called a timeout. Okay. Yeah, because I knew if he was going to run off man, he was going to give that up unless he... Well, I mean, I knew he was just going to give it up because he was using it. All right, come on, running back, please, get out here. Yes, yes, spin. Yes, come on, VLT. Shoot these guys, woo, out of there, come on. I just have an immaculate stick, come on. Now he's kind of in a dire situation because he only has 1 timeout. So we're going to run the ball here. And we are going to just try to milk out this clock. This is what I'm talking about, where I felt like I could easily get into field goal range on him. I mean, that should just about do it here. He's not going to call a timeout for some reason. I mean, I feel like this game should be over on 40-second play clock, right? Boom. 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 All right, cover the ball. Make sure you cover the ball. 40-second play clock. Oh, yeah, this game should be over. I mean, we have 2 more plays. We're going to run them both down. So, yeah, this game's over. I'll see y'all in the outro. All right, so if you found that breakdown of the Cowboys defensive playbook helpful here in Madden 26, make sure you go down below, hit that subscribe button. I break down Madden 26 tips and tricks just like this every single day. Give you guys free ebooks still to get you ready for 27. So I highly recommend you hit that subscribe button. It's literally free. But if you want my full Cowboys defensive ebook, which did a good job in that game, especially in certain situations when we really needed a stop, go to the link down below in the pinned comment to join Madden University, where you get your first month for 20% off by using code YouTube at checkout. All the breakdowns and tips have, videos, screenshots, and they're in written form for you to always save on your phone during gameplay, and you never have to go logging into a website or surfing through a video. So I highly recommend you check it out, transform your defense and your offense really here in Madden 26. But if you want to see me break down that offense that I ran in that game that was absolutely flawless basically, check out this video right here where I break down that Jaguars O. I'll see you over there. Peace.